Today I'm racing against the fastest road racers on Roblox on RFA, but they're driving Formula 2 cars. As we go to 5 red lights in Morocco, and it's lights out and away we go. We are against 7 fast drivers in Formula 2 cars, and obviously we have the much better start. Obviously we want pole, we have the fastest car on the grid, so this should be a piece of cake. As I say that, I do hit the wall, but we do have an early lead. The cars aren't that far behind, but at least we're doing well in the first part. Oh yeah, somehow got overtaken by some F2 cars, but as you can see on the straight, we got the top speed and we easily go through one of them as we actually hit the wall there. But you could see that Formula 2 car went a little bit wide. We hit the wall on the exit and we lost all the positions we gained. We hit the wall again. My skill issue being exposed. I am losing to Formula 2 cars. This is pretty saddening, to be honest, but we do eat up one of the Red Bull cars. We get a much better exit, and then we're gonna make our way through the chicane using that top speed to try and propel us ahead through the next corner over there. Can we get the overtake on this hairpin? You could they're doing a little bit cheeky wall riding as I hit the wall on the exit, and as you can see on the straight, this is where the top speed is back. You can see get the first car and the second car, and just like that we are back in the lead as we make our way through the first corner. A bit too eager from that F2 car over there, but we are still in the lead. As you can see, Video Super, who was leading the race, did mess up on the previous corner, and Max just gets ahead of him. And you can see there is Video Super. He has the DRS on Max. Can he get him in the next corner? He does it slightly better than him, but a little bit of understeer on the exit, which lets Max get ahead, and then he throws the car in, but that was a bit too much, unfortunately. And then as they go through the next corner, as you could see, he's not getting the DRS. He's a little bit far behind, and unfortunately he's still going to be down in the midfield. And here we are back in our POV. We're in the lead, dominated this race, but we hit the see, we already get overtaken by a few F2 drivers. I've already bottled it, but he bottled it as well. Like, blood just bottled it. Wow, that was a double bottle. Alright, here we are at the end of the lap 1. Decide, you know what, let's go in the pits. I just throw the car into the pit lane. That's what I like about this track. You can just throw the car in the pit lane if you feel like, I guess. So we change for the soft tires, and I think I'm going to pit again because those Formula 2 cars are slow anyways. I'm going to catch up to them. And I think that is an F2 car who pitted as well. That was either Max or maybe Ginger. Alright, and here we are. So while I pitted, this guy Manuel decided to stay out and is now currently in the lead, but he's making a lot of mistakes. He's got to be careful there if he wants to keep his lead. And then he goes through the chicane, hits the wall, absolutely bottles it for getting a bottle cap. And that is Video Super, who is now challenging him for the lead. They both do that cheeky wall ride. I let them do it, by the way. And then they go through the next wall. Anyone at the enter the pit? No, they decide to stay out and continue their battle for P1 as they go into lap number 6. Who does it better? You could see they both hit the wall a little bit, but it feels like Video Super got the much better exit through that, and we shall see what happens next. And here is the POV of Beast, and as you can see, he is catching up to Ginger, who is actually lapped and makes very easy work of him. And here we are, just behind them is me, who hasn't matched up much. Well, I think it's them. Anyways, we go through the next corner and we hit the wall. We're stuck. Will this end the race? No. Luckily in RFA you can easily get out by reversing, but I decided to go in for my second pit anyways, and I'll have around 7 to 8 laps to make up the difference. As you can see, I kind of overshot the pit just to make everything nice and worse. Obviously I am still going to go on the soft. The soft should be okay until the end of the race, but when we come out, I think we are just gonna get lapped by Video Super. And that was correct. He is right there, right ahead of us. As you can see, we do get the overtake done on him as we go to the next corner, but I don't believe this. I have been lapped by an F2 car as we make our way through the next chicane. I'm trying to throw everything the car has to offer, try and get ahead as we go through that tricky corner there. The car is just able to handle it, and now we have to do the work as we almost get stuck again. We gotta do the work and try and catch up to the others. And meanwhile, on lap number 9, these guys are almost lapping me in these Formula 2 cars. As you can see, we are on board with Manuel, who's trying to catch up to Video Super. I think both of these guys have not pit yet at this point. I've already done my 2 mandatory pit stops. You can see you got to be very careful. These Formula 2 cars look very difficult to drive as they make their way through the chicane, almost hitting the wall there. Very, very close. Video Super is getting a little bit further ahead. Yes, he is wall riding. And as you could see, will he go and pit on lap number 9? Yes, he goes inside the pit, and just ahead is Video Super, who also completes his mandatory pit stop, and Max actually stays out. And here we are, lap number 10, as I think that was Ginger who's absolutely messing up. To be fair, he is using mobile controls. As you can see, we're making our way through the corners. Gotta be careful not to hit the wall. We don't have really good pace in the F1 car as we spin out and absolutely
this is the reason why humanity was a mistake.
bottle it, and I have to do everything I can to recover, and I'm starting to regret my choices. Maybe pitting twice was not a good idea because I have a skill issue anyway, so like that kind of makes up for the time lost by the F2 cars. And while I was yapping about how bad I am, just up ahead on lap 11, you can see Beast and Alpha Boy are fighting for the edge of the seat of the podium. They're fighting for P3, but you can see Beast is the one who is able to handle it and keep on going as he goes on to the next lap. He's in the clear with P3 as the leaderboard updates. And here we are just ahead as they enter lap number 12. It's Max who's still in the lead. I'm not sure if he's pit yet, but there is Chris. Chris has arrived, one of the fastest drivers on RFA, fighting one of PA's finest drivers. They're both fighting for the coveted win, but Max manages to stay ahead. But what's this? It's Chris who gets the better exit than Max. Max just loses his P1, but it's not out of contention as they go through the next chicane. Max takes more conservative line while Chris goes very aggressive with the lines. You can see Max decides not to wall ride while Chris using that wall ride trick to try and go faster, which is allowed by the way. And they keep on going as they go until lap number 13. There's only 3 laps to go until the race end. Who will be victorious? And here we are on the final lap of the Grand Prix. I'm throwing everything the car has to offer, but unfortunately you could see we are in P7, which is technically last at this point. Looks like pitting twice was definitely a bad idea. I overestimated this race. I thought that I probably had good pace to catch up, but as you could see, as we make our way through the final corner, I believe that is Beast. Can we get him on the final corner? He messes up, but so do we. We quickly move. Can we make it? Who will make it first to the line? And I think it will be us who wins. Well, not wins, but we cross the line in P6. That was a free position, well earned. And after a meeting with the FIA, it turns out that Max did not pit, which puts him
Bye, have a great time.
race, and obviously Chris still remains the winner. Video Super is P2 and Alpha Boy is P3, and we are up to P5. But seriously, how did I get destroyed by a bunch of F2 cars? Anyways, if you have enjoyed this video, do make sure to like and subscribe. Consider sending a super chat or becoming a member. Thank you to Mushy and Reznal for being Ultimate members.